you're looking for commitment.
Oh.
And not just any type of commitment. Commitment to the bit.
I'm the bit.
You're the bit. I'm looking for commitment to my bits.
To my bits.
All right. Hello. Welcome back to Overstimulated. Today we're getting overstimulated with Chantal Hermetz. Wow. Hello, Chantal. What's up?
It sounds like a scratchy, like a rat.
Like
Sorry.
a rat. Just the rat from the Toronto
The
source.
rat. Yeah.
Crazy.
Basically.
Chantal, you and I met through TikTok.
We did.
And I don't think I think I DM'd you and I was like,
yes.
Can we please hang?
Yeah.
And you were like, please don't ask me any questions.
You were actually, okay, so this is my first podcast ever.
Oh, congratulations.
My first on-camera thing, like interview thing was with you. You were like my in for all of these like new experiences.
Damn, I'm so honored for that. That's for those of you who don't know, I had a little web series a while back called F Boys at the Park, and Chantal was a beloved guest of F Boys at the Park. I think actually that was the most viewed video of F Boys at the Park.
No, it wasn't.
I think we should play it right now for everybody.
Let's play it.
Okay, so this is what we filmed last winter.
At the park. I'm here with
Chantal.
When was the last time you experienced an F-boy?
I knew he was a fuckboy when he took me to Cactus Club. After our dinner, he goes, let me just take you somewhere. He took me to the 42nd floor of his office.
No.
The worst part, you couldn't see the skyline because the light was reflecting off of the window, and he was like, it's better in the morning.
Do you think he maybe wanted to in the office?
Maybe. And I would have.
Oh my God, the guy.
He gave me the ick when he was like, let's go to, like,
He doesn't know how light refracts off the glass.
no, he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand physics.
No.
No, and I do, and I literally understand.
Right. Yeah, because you know girl math.
No,
so.
exactly. Girl math physics is literally it's crazy. You don't even know.
Girl math physics is like if I orbit around the same man long enough, eventually he'll fall in love with me.
It's true.
Oh my
God.
That was silly. That was like
That-
Also, this is like peak narcissism that we're just like watching ourselves back and being like, yo,
I
that was
just
good.
about to say that. I was
stand
like
by that
cackling
claim.
along with myself. Like, that's the funniest person I've ever seen.
Yes, like, love her.
That's a really good representation of where I was mentally at that
Okay.
time. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna spoil something. Not
Please.
spoil something,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I haven't been on a date since March.
March of this year. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's been about 6 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, why? What's going on?
Well, first of all, my Hinge is dry. I've revamped my profile like literally like 60 times.
Really?
I think,
Can you show us your Hinge profile?
yeah, I can.
Okay. Do you want to screen share and share?
Oh my God,
so we can
yeah.
see everyone can see your Hinge profile?
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, this is so exciting.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll do that. I like make a new account.
Yeah.
Wait, what if it's really bad and ugly?
Okay, this is so exciting. We've never had a live review of a dating app profile on Overstimulated. This is really
no,
exciting.
when I tell you I'm overstimulated right now.
Okay, let's see it. I'm sure it's great. You're a gorgeous, hilarious woman, so I'm sure
No,
I'm
right.
sure it's great. I'm sure it's great.
Here we go.
Okay.
View.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so
That's-
she's, for those of you just listening, she started with like a beautiful photo. Sun is in her face. You're smiling. You look great.
Well, actually, it's not even sun. That is, I stuck my phone to a storefront in Montreal where there was good lighting.
I think that's actually a really important piece for people to know is that
Yeah.
like if you don't like the way other people take your photo, just take your own damn
Take
photo.
your own photos.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned previously, that top photo has changed. I can't even tell you how many times. Because in my mind, okay, so for context, I work in social media. So sometimes I have like an optimization
Yeah.
headspace where I'm like, okay, so we just got optimized. Like, it's not because I'm ugly. It's just because like it's not the best first photo, right?
Yeah.
This has gotten me nothing so far. So I
Okay.
need to change it.
We'll switch it up. Maybe, I don't know. I don't
That
even know
top
what
also
to
doesn't
mend.
fit me anymore. It's okay.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's fine.
Well, then,
Everything's okay.
yeah, move it. Okay, I like your first prompt, though. Together we could, you filled in, commit to the bit.
Yeah.
That is very important.
Is it bad?
I think that's very important that because you're looking for commitment.
Oh.
And not just any type of commitment. Commitment to the bit.
I'm the bit.
You're the bit. I'm looking for commitment to my bits.
To
I'm
my
not
bits.
looking- Okay, maybe you should change that right
To
now.
my bits.
Commitment to my bits.
bits.
Not commitment
My
to the
waxed bits.
Bits. Yeah, yo, that's like $60 a month that
No,
you're
it is.
putting in investment right there.
I have a wax on membership.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, we're clean.
You guys, she's
Well,
not that it's a problem if you're not,
no,
if you
it's
don't
not.
feel,
No,
but if you feel more comfortable,
Yeah.
then
Well, you know what?
know?
Sometimes in the winter I do. You know what? I'm really. Sometimes we do like medium bush.
Medium. Okay. Yeah, I gotta stay warm. It's winter.
Yeah. No drugs.
No drugs. That's a hard rule for you.
Weed is fine, but
Okay.
like, does that imply like, does no the pill no? I feel like that means hard drugs.
The pill is ominous. The
It
pill,
is.
yeah. Like if it was like a little mushroom or something, you'd be like, yo,
Yeah, exactly.
microdose that.
Yeah.
But
like even the cigarette, like that's weed.
do you think does vaping and Zens turn you off as much as cigarettes do?
Absolutely. Yeah. I wish there was a vape thing, like no vaping.
I actually,
Sorry.
Hinge, update your features so we can put no
Yeah,
vaping because that's
update.
actually disgusting. It's well, wait, I think it was you told me one time that
Yes.
you were on a date and the guy went to the bartender and
Yes.
asked for a charger for his vape.
I can tell that story
Please.
really quick. Okay, basically I went to this date at Hemingway's and I have a thing with
Which
Irish
is a cute,
guys.
fun bar in Toronto and
Yeah.
Yorkville, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. I have a thing with Irish guys. He had just landed literally 2 days prior. That was a pattern of men I had dated where they had just landed in Canada.
Oh, okay.
From the UK. Like
You
that
were
was
the
just a
welcoming
classic.
committee.
I was welcoming committee, like a border agent, like welcome. And they're here. They're still here. They're lurking. Like I once had welcome committee on my Hinge and like people didn't really get it. Like my friends thought they were like welcoming people to what? I was like, well, it's just like to my lady bits.
You're welcoming
God, I
them
just
to your
snorted.
bed. Part of your world. Sorry.
No. Sorry, mom and dad. Okay. Anyways, so we're at Hemingway's and he left like every 30 minutes for a smoke break. But the issue was that so he left his vape at home and his backup vape died. So he started
Bro.
bumming cigarettes off of people on the streets of Yorkville, like disgusting. And then he went to the bartender to ask for a cigarette pack. And the bartender, like I saw this all like happening. I was like, that is so icky. And then I stayed there for the whole night and then I made out with him and then I never saw him ever again. It's important to get
a make out.
to
Even
get,
if you're
yeah,
repulsed
get what you want
by
out of the
them
situation and then bounce. But it was disgusting. Like he ordered coffee at the end of the night. He like drank so many Guinnesses. Like it was insane.
Ew. Why would you want to kiss that man? Like all he tastes like is cigarettes, Guinness, and coffee.
And poutine.
Ew. Wait, is that Irish delicacies? Like,
Well, I wanted him to have the Canadian experience with me.
right. So
No,
you're like,
because
we'll get the poutine.
I'm clearly an important person in his life. So I was like,
Even though I haven't seen him in over a year, I know he still thinks about me.
he thinks about me for sure.
Yeah.
He lives so far east. Like it's not. I don't even know why I tried.
Okay, no, but at that point you're like in a long distance relationship.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, Toronto Transit isn't that great
No,
to like facilitate.
Exactly.
long-
It's not actually.
Yeah, no, cross city hangs can't do it.
I
Like,
recently flew to Boston and it was quicker to get to Boston than it was to the fucking East End. Like I'm not even joking. How is that real?
how is you should be maybe there's some like a cute Irish boy in Boston you
Yeah.
could date.
Well, we'll get
We'll
into
see.
that.
Okay, but that is a hard line in the sand for you of like no smoking, no.
smoking.
See, for me, it's not even like if you want to like leave the date to go like
Yeah.
have like a smoke or two, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, like
Yeah.
that's not something I'm gonna participate with you, but like that's not obstructive. But if you're leaving every 30 minutes, like at that point, how are we supposed to establish any sort of
Yeah,
vibe
how
or
we
rapport?
and just like the smell. Like I was like, the other thing too is like sometimes I find guys who smoke cigarettes hot, but it's a toxic thing.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just
you're like that's the bad boy.
yeah, that's you smoke cigarette.
like-
That's a bad boy.
You're not a law-abiding citizen. I can tell.
Do
what
you
else
like
do you
guys
do?
who smoke cigarettes?
Personally, no. Like that's
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If somebody, I think I would prefer someone vaping to be honest, because I think that's
Okay.
like a little bit cleaner
Yeah,
and like I
Yeah.
don't have to smell that.
like tropical pineapple.
Yeah, no, but is that more manly? Is that like
don't
grow up
know.
and smoke a cigarette at that point? Like I would prefer
Or
that.
just like a hard vape, like a nicotine.
Yeah, I think
Wait, is
like
there- I don't even know
any
anything
sort of
about
like
vapes.
addiction like that is hard because like I don't know, like then I'm thinking like how are you gonna be around for our future children if you're like
Yes.
dead at 50 because you like smoke too much?
We
Rip
have
King.
to think ahead.
Yeah, I'm caring about your health.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not trying to mother you.
That's why I have this. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, sorry. Back to the intro
Okay, yeah.
about
Here we
that's why
go.
you have no smoking. Drinking is
smoking.
fine. Fuck up your liver, your lungs. We
Yes,
need those.
I
we need
love alcohol.
You love alcohol.
I love
okay.
alcohol. Social media manager,
So
Western University.
You have figuring out my dating goals.
Yes, let's get into that.
What are you figuring out?
So back to the optimizing my profile. It originally was long term only.
Okay.
Dry as the Sahara Desert. Everyone saw that first photo. They were like, I'm not committing to that.
I am not committing to that bit.
Okay, so then I was like, okay, let's be fun and playful. Let's be chill, because I'm so chill.
Yeah.
So I said, figuring out my dating
I'm
goals.
like the chillest girl you ever fucking met.
I'm so chill. I'm the most chill. Okay, so there I am, mouth wide open.
Mm-hmm.
But it's red on red. I really like that photo.
That's a great photo of you. You look very cute.
Also, that's at Le Swan. It was like a very just me and my gals out.
No, it looks like
Speaking of gals out,
gals out. Yeah, gals are out here. It looks cute.
Yeah, that's in Montreal.
You're having
again.
a nice time.
Yeah. Oh yes, the Flight Radar app. Let me, since I'm sharing my.
Yeah, please go
Here we
on.
go. Flight Radar.
So you're obsessed with Flight Radar. Okay.
So basically, for
Chantal,
example,
I've never seen this before.
right over, I'm assuming this is North York, we've got a gander, like Newfoundland gander.
Yeah, I guess so.
But sometimes, like, look, you'll go and you, like, if I zoom out, this big guy, where is he going? To Rome. He's over Lake Ontario. He's in Oshawa.
Ew.
Yeah.
First of all, dump the sewage over Oshawa for sure. But why?
I have this thing where, like, I look up at the sky and I'm like, where the fuck is that plane going?
Okay.
And then there's an app for that. And that's it.
Cute. That's cute.
So the issue, though, is that the guys who have been responding to it are, like, really, like, not that nerdy is not the word. They're just,
Okay. They're not hot.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. You can say that.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. Objectively, they're not hot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying.
Do you think that putting a geeky app on one of your 3 prompts is perhaps attracting that kind of vibe? I don't know.
It's not.
Like if you were like, I'm obsessed with
because
cigarettes.
But like, I don't even know what to put on these prompts anymore. Like, I literally don't. Oh my God.
You want to know what? I think that I think Hinge should delete prompts. I think they're too high pressure. Okay. I don't think, like, have you ever like, I don't know. I don't think I'm looking at a prompt being like, yo, that's my husband. Or like I know everybody's lying on these things.
Yeah. That's ChatGPT.
Yeah, people might be, 100%. Everyone's ChatGPT. You should let's ask ChatGPT right now. Do you have ChatGPT? Yeah. Let me ask ChatGPT right now.
Does ChatGPT have an app? Sorry.
It does, yeah.
Right. No, of course they would. But yeah, I don't know. I'm even just right now, like, is Hinge even the app? Are apps even a thing? Are we still using dating apps? Like, this hasn't been particularly successful for me.
Yeah, because you were saying, so have you ever got anything like meaningful off of a dating app?
My first boyfriend, I met him on Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like a 6-month relationship.
Okay.
I feel like I don't even consider it a relationship, but it was. Like, it was. He's now happily engaged.
Oh, okay.
Or married, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, so that meant nothing to him.
That meant, yeah.
Insane.
I broke up with him because I was going on exchange to Copenhagen.
Oh, that's very European and hot of you.
I was like, sorry, that wasn't the only reason. Okay. That sounds really bad, but it was one of the reasons. I was like, listen, I'm going to be in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Where like some of the hottest people
and
on
how old
Earth,
are you at this time?
I'm 20.
Yeah, no, you should not be in a long distance relationship if you're 20. I'm sorry, don't do that.
No, so I went to Copenhagen and I had some fun flings in Copenhagen. So
that's fun.
That was like worth it for me.
That's fun. That's worth it. Okay, but then so you haven't been on a date in 6 months. You've been do you think are people shifting to more like IRL meetups? Like
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's going to be like a little gap. I think we're getting off of dating apps, but no one has really, our generation has not had to learn how to meet people in real life. Mm-hmm. Okay, also, not to blame this on Toronto, but I really do think that Toronto isn't great at facilitating like people meeting.
No, I agree.
In bars especially. What bars do you go to?
I think I'm like a unique case just because when I'm out late at night, like I'm doing stand up, like I'm not really out for like social hangs. Yeah. So I don't really have like go-to spots like that, but I think there's like so many things that go into that. Like I think one thing is just like the cost of going out here is like so expensive. Whereas like if you go out in like Europe or whatever, like you can buy a beer for like less than $5. You know what I mean? And like not saying like, you know, alcohol should be cheaper so everybody can get fucked up, but when like the barrier to like entry is like, okay, you know, how do I decide these things? And like I've even heard from like some of my guy friends too of just like the expectation of like paying for dates and that, which like I do agree that like at least in the initial phase, like you should pay. Okay, you're spending $60 a month to like get your hoochie wax. Like you can buy me a coffee or like whatever.
You can simply do that.
Yeah,
I do get like I feel like there is probably a lot of pressure for them to. Well, everything is expensive. Like they're gonna have to pay whatever the first date cost is, which is why I believe the first date should not be dinner, like sit down dinner.
Yeah.
Get drinks or coffee or go for a walk.
I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Or, like,
Yeah.
meditate
Yeah.
together.
Well, and I think it's hard too because like I think we also as a generation, like you said, like don't have those skills yet.
No.
And like, I don't know, I think of myself as like a decently confident person, but like there's been very few times that I've actually like gone out of my way to like approach someone to like specifically with the intention of like soliciting like a date. Like that's not something that I feel. Also, even like a lot of times, like I just don't even feel safe doing that because I might see somebody across the bar and be like, yeah, that's man is like fine as hell. But like, you know, not all men, but like I've had some like really scary experiences with like men just being like weird and uncomfortable and like even like meeting up with people off of like dating apps too. Like if somebody like immediately asks me to come to their house, like
absolutely
I've done it. I have done it.
I've done it.
And I've lived to tell the tale. But like
we're
now
alive.
that's true. I don't know how. But I think that is like I think like men don't understand that is like a really valid concern for women dating. And if you just have like a little bit of awareness around that, like I think like you'll be getting more girls if you at least have like a bit
100%.
of awareness about that. But yeah, I think it's so hard. Like the guy that I'm dating right now, him and I met on Tinder, and like that was honestly just like really random.
Yes.
Like I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a tool, right? Like that like facilitates you like initially like meeting.
Yeah.
But also like Tinder's been the only app that I've like had success on. And by like success, like seeing people more than like a handful of times kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. And maybe it's because of all these freaking prompts on Hinge. But like for some reason, like I think it makes me think I know more about a person than I actually do.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tinder, because it has like kind of the reputation for being like slutty and like a bit hookup-y, like I already have that in my mind.
Yeah.
Whereas like I think Hinge has like more the reputation of like relation. So I think for me, it's like I could probably manage my expectations better, but like Tinder helps me manage my expectations.
Yeah.
Like,
also, like I think the one thing with Hinge, like I like the prompts, but you can overly curate it.
Yes.
To seem like you're like this perfect person you meet.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of mask. But like, I don't know, even, back to the thing of like meeting guys in bars, like the guys that I have met in bars, like it's great at first. And then there's like an expectation for you to go home with them. But then you say no and it's like, oh, well, then I don't want this anymore. It's like,
right.
okay, well, then clearly you didn't want it in the first place. Like,
yeah.
like how do you show genuine interest and like long-term connection?
I know. Well, I think, I don't know. Cause I've also heard like guys that I've either dated or like guy friends have been like, no, when like I don't know, not all guys are like asking you to go home on a first date. And also, like, if me being like, yo, like, maybe next time or like whatever, like, I think it's also how, if you're like, no, why would you even ask me? Then it's like, oh shit. Like, you know, because I also think too, it's important to remember that like, just because people have different ideas on like what is sexually appropriate at what time in a relationship, like, doesn't mean they're a bad person. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily incompatible. It just means that like, you just see those things differently, right? And so then I think it's like, I don't know, like, I've had it before too, where I'm just like, oh my God, like, you're so cute. Like, maybe next time, you know? And like, if you turn them down in like a playful way, it's like not a shot to your ego, but it's just like, okay, like we're not there yet, you know? And I think like that, I don't know, low key, like I think you have to kind of make men work for it, but like, I don't,
I believe you do. Like, okay, something that happened last night. I went to this event thing and we were near like Paris, Texas. And okay, like I don't often get hit on. So like I don't really know what to do in that situation. And me and my friends never know what to do. So anyways, we walked out of this bar and this guy came up to me and he went like this. Hey, what's up? And I went, hello. Hello.
You literally put on an accent. You're like, good day, mate.
Hello.
You
and
like
he
turn on your
literally
Irish accent.
head down, walked away. I was like, and I would have walked away too.
Oh.
No. But like if someone was like, hello, like it's truly, it's something. Anyways, my friends and I were dying because they were like, what the fuck was that? Like, not that he was like, anything that I would have wanted to be attracted to me, but it's so funny. Okay. How do we react to people hitting on us? I think I need to be like slightly drunk. I think that's my key. It's not a bad thing. I just need to be like, I'm my best self 2 margaritas deep.
And I want a t-shirt that says that personally.
I am my best self.
No, I think it's like, I mean, I think like with alcohol, like anything, like it like kind of soothes, like it allows you to be like more relaxed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually when people have approached me like in person, they're almost always ugly. And like, I mean, that was so much kindness and respect.
But you know what? Like, they've got They've got confidence.
Yo, they've got confidence, and I appreciate that so much. And like, then I'm kind of like, oh, like, you know, like I make up an excuse, but then I'm kind of like, yo, maybe they're cool or whatever. And then I'm like, we could be friends, and they're like, I'm not looking for friends right now.
Oh,
you know. But I think like if someone like approaches you in public and like you're kind of like just play along or just be like thank you or like what's you know. I also think like guys love a compliment. Touch them.
Oh,
like not like the whole like your arms are so big, kiss me, but just like oh my god, like when there's like you know appropriate, like just kind of like make the connection, so it's like flirty.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is the blind leading the blind.
No.
I'm like, yo, this is how you, this is how you riz up. I also like, I don't know. In general, I totally respect like women who are out there like picking up guy like you know like because I think that is like a confident like hot energy and like I can understand why people would like I don't think that's what I want to be putting you know but and I also like we had like in a previous episode with Angelica Skinner like she was talking about how she catcalled a male construction worker.
Wait, that's power.
An icon, right? But she felt like he never respected her in their relationship because she was the one who initially chased him.
Wait, sorry, they got together after?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's you guys have to go listen back to that episode. But.
Okay, sorry. Did you ever see that TikTok of that? He was a concert security guard who started making out with one of the concert goers at this rate.
No.
And they're together still.
What?
I'm like, what techniques do I need? Like, do I need to jump over the counter at my local coffee shop, grab my barista by the face, and hang out with him for him to...
You have to be like, I'll have an oat flat white with a side of you.
With my bits, please.
With my bits.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want to like, dump it down my throat behind the bar, dump it down my throat.
Wait, no, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just spelling like,
you're like, I'm ready. So, okay, but I think, I think like, so my,
I will say, I am a confident person.
Yes, you are.
Sorry,
that was like my therapist voice.
You are.
Like,
Yes, you are. This does actually feel like therapy.
Great.
I'm a confident person. I do like, I don't know. Like, for example, when I'm in an elevator and there are like 5 people and like 2 hot guys, I'm like, you guys all want to fuck me right now.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's okay. No, but I love that you mentioned that because in my delusional head, like I
my
oscillate between like, oh my God, I'm the ugliest person in the world. Nobody would never to be like, oh my God, you would be so lucky. Like, don't even speak to me. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's it's the perks of being a woman.
Right. And if you just show off for an overstimulated woman.
Overstimulated, overthinking woman.
And that's why you have to look up at the sky and just know where the flights are going.
You need to know that airplane's going to Rome.
Okay, speaking of the flight app, what else have we got on your profile here that we can get through?
I told you this.
Send me a Google Cal for our first date.
I'll brag about you if you send me a Google Calendar invite for our first date. And so the last date that I went on in March, I went on 2 back-to-back. Mm-hmm. And the second guy sent me a date and we went on our date at the designated location and time.
And the calendar invite.
And it was just, it's so hot. Like he planned the date. And he put it in my calendar.
No,
he's like, don't forget, babe, we're going out.
Truly, men don't understand. Like, they think like it's like cars and like money and like it's cool, whatever. It's like literally Google Calendar invites. You can make a Google account for free. It's literally free. We will be dripping.
That's what I mean.
So exciting. No, it's actually so true because I feel like men, like it's like, you know, as of course, like we're speaking from like heterosexual dating experiences because sorry everybody, but that's what we have experience with.
Yeah.
But like it's like you just have to make a plan, and it doesn't even have to be a good plan. Like it could be like the worst plan you've ever thought of.
And
like take her to Arby's.
Yes,
you know,
I'll go
like,
to Arby's.
Whatever. If you put a Google Calendar invites and like meet at the local Arby's, I'm there and I'm eating a roast beef sandwich and I'm pretending to have a great time.
I think my parents' second date was at an Arby's.
Shout out Arby's.
And they're still together.
Wait, Arby's has the secret sauce for love.
I think it is.
Yeah.
The epic sauce. That's, you know what? I think the key is to have low-key dates, less.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you don't need to go to Dasha.
No.
I've never been to Dasha. I'm just using that as an example.
No.
This is a cannoli. This is me in Boston.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute pic.
And then this is me and that's one of my closest friends, and then his family.
Cute. Overall, I give your profile like a solid like 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think you could probably show more of your personality in it, to be honest.
Okay.
Like
I've been given that direction.
Yeah, because like you are like these are funny, right? But like you are not just funny, you're funny.
Oh my God.
You know? Like I feel like
the dorkiest thing. Okay, funny.
And like maybe take out the flight app out of the rotation. You know,
I
like,
have to. This has been on my mind. Like
I feel like the flight app is like a quirky thing. Like once you're like 8 deeps in and they're kind of catching feelings, they can be like, by the way, I love the flight app. And then like once they're already kind of into you, they're like, oh my god, that's just like a cool little quirk she has.
That it's not like the
you're
central
not leading
focus.
with it. Yeah, truly like. I was using Tinder not to actually date. I was using Tinder to promote my comedy shows.
I remember that.
And I would like, and it would become like a whole bit where it was like,
So
you know,
smart.
I would like screenshot in advance, like, yo, message all these guys.
Yeah.
Like they're coming to the show.
They'd show
Put
up.
that on social media. Cause then people would be like, oh, I want to come to see who, whatever.
Oh my
and then
God.
and then guys started actually coming. And then that created good content too.
Yes,
Because I was
of course.
like, yo, now we have a video of the Tinder team walking in.
There's like 2 Tinder guys.
Yeah. So honestly, like when I met like the person that I'm dating now, like I was trying to sell comedy tickets. Like I wasn't actually trying to date.
Oh my
like,
god.
So
Are
I
you
think,
seeing someone? Sorry.
well, I don't know.
Okay.
I've been talking to somebody for like a few months now.
Oh my God, wait,
So
that's so
yeah, I know, it's so fun. It's really exciting. It's really exciting.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, I'm gonna have to ask him if I can put this in.
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
cut.
say.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Do you see? Yeah, seeing each other.
Yeah, we're pole. Yeah.
We
It's like-
are together.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, for me, I think like I enjoy the process of just like slow, like I definitely lean like more like avoidant and more like eat them and delete them. And like, I know it's funny because like my female friends who like lean more anxious are just like, okay, well like let me in on that. Like, do you ever feel bad about after like when you've like toss someone for lack of a better terms? I'm like, no, I actually, because they want me to say like, yeah, no, I feel so bad. I think about them all the time. Like that was so stupid. And like, unfortunately, the answer is like not really. Like, I think I feel bad, but like not because like if it was somebody that I really like connected with, I wouldn't have not been like, you know, not open to like a connection, whatever, right? Too. And I think like we forget like how important just like timing plays into things.
It does.
And like, you know, you can tell, at least, I don't know, like I think you can tell pretty quickly when like, especially like a guy likes you or not. And like, if you don't know that feeling, like maybe it's because no one's ever really like liked you before, which like sucks. And I hope that happens for you soon. And like, I know it's like sucks to feel lonely, but I think like, especially for women, there's like this expectation of like, you know, for example, like tomorrow I'm going to one of my best friends from high school's wedding. And like, I just turned 27 last May. So I'm like just getting to the age where like a lot of people are like kind of getting, you know, like
scary.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I was at a wedding a couple weeks ago and like, all the women I was hanging out with were just like newly engaged. And so I was like, you know, saying congratulations to all of them. Like, I'm so excited, whatever. And like their response back to me was like, oh my gosh. And like, congrats to you as well. Like you're doing so much like with whatever. And I'm like, no. Like these are the same things. Like, you know, like it doesn't need to be a thing where like now you're, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying this with the expectation that you're like,
tell me something back.
Oh yeah, you're still single, you ugly bitch. You know, like nothing like that.
I get
like,
it.
I think it's like I think there's a lot of like pressure to advance, and like especially for like women who want kids, like that does suck. Like having the biological pressures, which like I think is like really really frustrating. But I think like for me, like it's like we need to see ourselves as like full people that like another person could be a cool addition to, not like oh my god, like I'm gonna spend my whole night on ChatGPT trying to get a Hinge match.
Yes, like, or like even like when you're getting ready for a night out and you're like, hey, like this is gonna be good, like I feel good, and then you leave the bar and like fuck, no one hit on me, like oh my god, what a waste.
Right.
It's like I actually had a great time with my best friend.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like everything will eventually work itself out in the way that it should. Like it's funny because I'm thinking of leaving Toronto.
Oh, okay. Wait, say more.
I'm thinking of leaving Toronto. I won't put it out like where I'm looking to go because it's not decided yet.
Okay.
But I've always like wanted to live somewhere else, like live abroad. And I know I'm gonna regret it if I don't ever do it. I got the bug for it in Copenhagen.
Okay. Are you gonna go to Ireland to find the Irish boys?
I actually won't go to Ireland.
No?
I'm done with the Irishmen.
Okay. Got him.
No. There's been 5 of them.
They smoke too many cigarettes.
They smoke too many cigarettes.
Cut out.
No.
I feel like vaping is actually a very American thing.
Yes, it is. Anyway, so like I'm hoping to go somewhere else, but it's funny because I've brought it up to like some friends and family, and there's been some family members who have been like, oh, is it because like you want to like date someone else? Like find someone in a different country? I'm like, okay, well, that's not the only goal. Like I am okay being single and like it's totally fine. Like I feel like even telling people like I'm good single feels so weird. Like it's like, it just feels so, I don't know if dehumanizing is the right word, but it's just like, it reduces you to having to be partnered, to be worth something. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends who have met like amazing guys off dating apps, but I've also met girls who have met horrible people.
Yeah.
That like unfortunately still with because they only find value in themselves if they're with someone. And it's like I would rather go the rest of my life totally single than be with someone who like makes me feel more lonely than I was when I was
For sure.
single. Like,
That's so, Have you heard of what they're doing in Spain to meet IRL?
oh my God,
Pineapple is changing the dating game in Spain. They're not using Tinder, Bumble, or any dating apps. They are going to a specific supermarket from 7 to 8 p.m. Look at how many people show up to this supermarket.
It's packed.
So people that are trying to find love are going to this specific supermarket called
Yo, the poor employees there are just like, get the fuck out. We're trying to close. Can't you see the wet mop floors on? All you horny ass motherfuckers.
Now, Mercadona is all over Spain, so this is happening across the country. And they are going from 7 to 8 p.m. So how do you know who's looking for love? Single people that want to find their other half grab a pineapple. They put it upside down in their shopping cart.
¿Estamos preparadas?
Once you have
I'm
the pineapple,
gagged.
you head to
I would
the
sooner
wine
die.
selection or the wine aisle. Once you get there, if you find someone that you like, and they also have the pineapple upside down, you have to crash your shopping cart.
No.
Buy a pack of lentils because lentils last forever in your pantry. But if you're looking for a one-night stand type of thing, we'll buy lettuce because it goes bad quickly. So if you're in Spain right now and you want to find love, head to Mercadona from 7 to 8 and see what happens.
7 to 8, you get 1
7
hour.
to 8. Vamos, vamos. Let's go to the Mercado. Would you do that? Would you try a grocery store situation?
I did the grapes thing on New Year's, by the way, where you ate the grapes under the table. How many months do I have left? I have 4 months. Yeah.
Sorry, explain. What did you do?
I
and
ate
why?
12 grapes under a table at New Year's. And it's supposed to like... It's a love spell.
It's a love spell. Okay, so you're fully... Everyone else was getting drunk on New Year's and you were practicing witchcraft under your table.
I almost, one of my friends was like, don't choke. Cause I was like inhaling these grapes, like trying, like, I'm like, this is the only thing I have left. I would never in my life do that.
Okay. Right, because witchcraft was way easier.
Because that was, well, at least I was alone under a table. Like no one could, I posted a TikTok
No,
of it.
that's I was alone. No one knew except all the strangers on the internet.
Except 12,000 people.
Except 12,000 people that saw it. And they should be grateful for that. That's funny, because like men can't even put in a calendar invite for Arby's. Meanwhile, you're like deep throating grapes under the table. Like show some
dumping them down my throat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Crashing carts is a crazy concept. Like why? Listen, I don't think I want to make my singleness that well, actually 7 to 8 p.m. on like what day was it of the week was it?
I think
it's every day.
I think so. Every day between 7 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't listen. I'm not here to judge how people get together.
Okay.
But I'm not. But
that's not what you're doing. Okay.
No.
But I feel like even like the cart smashing, like in some ways that can be easier because, like, for example, like if that guy last night just smashed your cart, you wouldn't even. You just have to hit it back a little bit. You wouldn't even have to be like, "Hello, mate." Like,
but what happens if? Okay, so someone is coming to crash you, and you're like, oh my god, don't.
Yikes.
Yeah. What do you do? And if you're in an aisle. How do you reverse do you throw the cart over them, run?
It's the same way. Like, sometimes you can't be opening your cart to anybody. No. You know what I mean? Like you need to protect your cart. You can't.
No, it's like Mario Kart. That's literally what it feels like. Also, the way that she was describing it felt like some kind of game. Like it was like Monopoly. She's like, so then you're going to flip your pineapple.
Yeah.
And if you succeed, you will crash into other people.
I went to a Catholic high school and all the girls wore kilts. And depending on how you put your pin position on your kilt, signified whether if it was down, you were single. If it was up, you were in a relationship. And if it was like sideways, then you were like lesbian or like into girls or like it was complicated kind of thing. Not that being lesbian is complicated, but it was like that was what you
that's
like
stunning.
We
used to roll our kilts.
Oh,
and then eventually
100%.
they were like, you're all
they were like,
stop doing that.
You can only wear pants now.
Yeah. And
that's girlhood.
They integrated capris.
Ew.
And I fucked with the capris because
really?
the capris were different like material. and they really did something for my ass. They like in my 10th grade ass. I was like, no, this is gonna get everyone.
Okay, so like dead of winter, you're walking out with
I'm
the
walking like a
capris,
yeah, my ankles.
Trudging through the Canadian snow, and you're just like, I gotta get that ass.
Well, no, my
game going.
Uggs covered like that inch of skin between my capri.
Oh, perfect.
And yeah, my
Uggs
boot.
to save the day.
It's perfect.
People don't talk about how women suffer enough for fashion.
The things that we do for fashion.
So funny.
My Uggs.
Okay, so you're not going to the supermarket.
I'm not gonna go to the
one more thing
supermarket.
I wanted to say related to like meeting people and like just
Yeah.
bars and stuff. I think the other thing that's challenging is just like there's less opportunities to meet people. One, because we don't have as much like third spaces. Like we don't have as many just like, I don't know, like we have like events and things like that, but it's like, I don't know, like low-key I've been to some like speed dating events before, and like I just think it's hard. It's hard. Like I think it's hard when you're going with like that's what the rules of the game are, and like for some people that might be helpful for them, but I think like I don't know, it's nice to be able to like pretend a little bit that you're just like getting a pineapple at the grocery store and not actually like looking for your lifelong soulmate.
You know
really
what?
Lonely and it's
Maybe
hard.
I need to be like less. I have to be more open to it. Maybe in general, I need to be more open.
Yeah. I think you need to lead with yourself too, because I don't know whose Hinge profile we looked at, but that was some other bitches.
That was not me.
Yeah, you can't. Also,
don't know who that was.
Maybe we'll write down like in the comments below.
should.
People can like write in their tips. You're like, don't roast Chantal though, unless you have negative feedback. Keep that to yourself. Like
They're like, my best advice: delete. Actually,
delete. Throw your phone in Lake Ontario.
Yeah, just give up.
I don't care if you can never track another flight again. Just, like,
I'm like,
don't do
I
it.
need to track my flights. I just got a Hinge message.
Wait, can you read it? What does it say?
He said, yeah, I had to be up early for my Cairo, and I'm currently in Edmonton for the next little bit, just playing ball out there.
Oh my God. This is actually such a classic Toronto dating. I love that came in. Because it's like, hey, sorry I answered you a day later. I'm also in a different province.
2 days later, he answered 2 days later, and he is in Edmonton. Just playing ball out there. Right, because he's a football player.
Ew, really? Sorry, not ew, but like, okay.
Okay. Like, the fact that 2 days ago at 6:59 a.m., he said, how is your week?
Okay.
Like, instant, like, because we were trying to plan a date. I answer him. 2 days later, he says, sorry, I had Cairo. That's why I talked.
How
I
long
messaged
did you wait to answer
7.
him?
I think I waited 3 hours.
Okay, yeah, it's like normal. Yeah, especially if you're like trying to plan a date.
Yeah,
and you're
I'm
like,
trying to
what's your
plan
week
a
like?
date.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
jail.
then he answers 2 weeks later and it's like
2 days later.
2 days later.
saying,
and
I'm actually not, I'm actually not in the province, and I was in Cairo. Also, not Cairo's in Egypt, Cairo's in the chiropractic.
I just
Okay, also, you know what? I mentioned this in the Fuckboys with the Park. Men with the name Jay, or not the name Jay, who start with the name Jay. This is another Jay.
Really?
All of them have been Jays.
Maybe you should go away from Jay. Why haven't you not learned?
I don't know.
This was like a year ago. You were telling me no Jays,
Yeah,
and
I
here you're back
know.
on an Edmonton Jay.
Do you follow Megan Maroney? She's a country singer.
I do, yeah.
Okay, she's made a few videos being like, Jays are not.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry
that.
guys.
Jays are not
sorry,
it.
Jays.
Okay.
But it's been a
Interesting.
pattern.
Okay.
Anyways.
I don't think I've ever dated a man with a J. No, I'm sure I have. Oh no, I've dated some Johns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Johns. That's not bad.
Johns, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Jays have not been successful for me.
No.
That's actually, I should have known the pattern.
Damn. That's why. Also, that's just like disrespectful. I don't know. Don't hit me up if you're not available. You know, I don't know. Like, well,
You know what though? This is good because I haven't gotten a message on Hinge in a long time. So this is good.
This is a good reminder of that
good.
you should delete it. That's
I
what
should-
you were just talking about. That you should never be on. Speaking of other ways to meet people IRL, I'm sure you've heard of the trend of people resorting to run clubs.
I have a draft in my TikToks about this.
Really? Do you? Okay, well, we won't share it because it's still in
Well,
draft.
I feel like I know what your opinion on it is on it because I'm on a similar vein.
Okay, I have some thoughts on run clubs, but first I want to show you this video that I found that's really taken, it's very comedy, but like they've taken run club to a next
We
level.
are Maroon 5 Running Club, and we're the world's first running club who sings Maroon 5 songs while we run. Most run clubs are going to be silent while they're running or talking about some dumb crap, chit chat. We're trying to elevate the running experience by going after Adam's high notes.
Maroon 5 songs actually perfectly sync up with a runner's pace. You are listening to M5 songs while you're sitting down. You're missing key elements.
Sometimes I get so into the music, I just stop running and I start singing.
Like Jagger, I got them moves. Like Jagger, I got them moves.
Anybody can join Maroon 5 running.
That's
All
my
you
type.
need is a pair of running shoes, a love of Maroon 5, and be divorced at least once.
Too many times before.
Yeah, I guess the dream scenario would be to run a 10K while Maroon 5 is playing, ideally at the Sphere.
This summer's gonna hurt like a mother.
Oh my god, amazing.
No, that I'm into.
Yes.
A running club with a purpose.
It can't just be running and fitness.
No,
if
it
you,
can't.
Like, put a Maroon 5 slant on it.
Can't
Yes,
be because
yeah.
okay, you know what? A Taylor Swift run club. Well, would that attract? See, this
There'd
is
be
my
probably no men
probably
there,
no men,
to be
but
honest.
how fun would that be?
Yeah, yeah.
Message to the smallest man
Yeah,
who
yeah.
ever
Which, like, maybe that actually would be good because then it's just the girlies going out, so then you can feel safe and you don't need
Yeah.
to, like, you know. But then you're not meeting,
No.
but whatever. Like,
But whatever.
Okay, maybe there's like a girls' run club that runs to Taylor Swift and a boys' run clubs that runs to Andrew Tate or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
And then you guys meet up at the bar afterwards.
Yeah. Where is Andrew Tate? Sorry, is Andrew Tate?
I think he's
okay.
I don't care, to be honest.
I don't
have
care
not been
either.
checking. I have not been
I'm not
following.
following Andrew Tate.
Yeah, no, they're just listening to
Yeah.
shitty advice of.
Andrew Tate is listening. He's
He's
shaking in
all-knowing.
his boots right now.
He's on a flight radar above us right now, and he's like,
It's
I'm
just
coming
this
for you,
flight
bitches.
is Andrew Tate.
Flight is Andrew Tate. Yeah, no, I think like I really and also will link all of the videos that we're showing below to make sure all the creators get credit, so you folks know
Yes,
where
of
to find
course.
everything. But I think like what they've done is just like hilarious because they've just like
Yes.
exaggerated it to like
No, that's
another
actually so
level.
funny.
And I would fuck with a Maroon.
I would
club.
too.
But run clubs in general, I feel like a run club is a cry for help.
It's
Like,
we've
no
stooped
one-
to are the lowest of lows.
Truly, no one's ever seen a crowd of men running and thought, this is safe. This is fun.
I would much rather crash my cart into someone at the grocery store with a pineapple than run. I'll do that. I'll run to Maroon 5.
You would run to Maroon 5. Okay, so in the order of your
I
preference.
don't mind spending every day out on a corner in the, I
Pineapple rain.
Pineapple, or maybe like Mumford & Sons.
Oh, a Mumford & Okay, so
I will
you would
wait.
do that before you would do pineapple situation.
I would.
But you would prefer a pineapple situation as opposed to a regular run club.
Yes.
Okay, that's the correct
Yes,
order
exactly.
of times. No, I think
That's what I would
think
do.
I think a run club is a cry for help, and I think it's an undiagnosed mental illness.
Yeah.
There, I said it. Cancel me.
It's
okay,
some kind of PTSD.
it's
It's
like,
some kind of
yeah,
trauma.
Yeah, like what are you running from?
Yeah. What do
Also,
you
I
run-
don't think people should be running in large groups. Like, find a friend. Find a
Yes.
couple friends. Also, like I'm a runner. Like I've done a couple of
I know you are.
like several half marathons. Not to brag, but like you know,
She's so
I was
good.
watching myself on TV earlier, laughing. So like it's a break. But like for me, like running is a very solo experience. I also like grew up like not being like good at sports, and I had a lot of
Yeah,
like insecurities about that. And so
Yeah.
like anytime I'm in like an athletic situation, it automatically feels like gym class, and like
Yes.
there's an anxious like
The
9-year-old
beep
in me that's like no.
The beep test, no, that was one of the worst experiences of my life. Like, if you can be bullied by a beep test, like that's my feeling of being bullied is like the beep test is by the time I'm like halfway through the gym and the beep has already sounded and you're supposed to be at the wall. Like,
Yeah.
just call me fat. Like what?
just
Like
say it.
what?
Just give me a C in gym.
Yeah, like
I don't
8
need
years
the
old.
public mortification.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Also in gym class, speaking because I was so bad at gym, I guess I wasn't doing great in my like grade 10 gym class, and my gym teachers were like, "Okay, your grade isn't good for gym, but like write because I'm really good at writing." They're like, "Write us an essay on like whatever you want, and we'll like grade you according to that."
Like,
I was
this
like, "Okay."
bitch needs to be a comedian.
So I wrote no, it wasn't even fun. I wrote an essay on body dysmorphia.
Oh.
And it was like really dark. Like I was in grade 10.
Okay.
I was pulling sources. I was like, women don't love themselves. Women are
Facts.
doing bad things to themselves.
Yeah.
And I gave it to them and I got awarded for the gym.
She won the gym award.
And like all of the gym bros, like, so it like said, sorry, I did not win. I was nominated. But the fact that I was nominated is crazier. Like, it's crazy that I was nominated.
That was some essay.
But it was like on this gigantic projector in our gym. And it said, whatever, all these bros, like all these jocks, and then Chantal Hermetz, and they all went like this. What? Like, what did she do? Like, I failed the beep test multiple times, but my body dysmorphia essay pulled through. That's called using your skills. That's called being skillful and resourceful.
It's called adapting.
It's called adapting.
That's called, what do they call that? Transferable skills.
Yes, it's called feminism.
It's called feminism.
Yes, it
That
is.
was good for your teachers.
I know.
For recognizing your
that I was
abilities.
like good at something.
Yeah. Well, and also like,
Never
you know,
moved
just
up.
because you weren't slaying on the beep test
Doesn't mean I'm not slaying that paper.
Yeah, doesn't
Slaying that paper.
But also like, and I think too, like we have such like antiquated views
Yeah.
of just like health in general and like
Yeah.
what it means to be just like healthy.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I think like physical appearance is just like one like
Yeah.
way of that, but it's so like, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. The body dysmorphia is real. How's that? Since grade 10, how have you overcame that?
I don't. Okay, listen. Funny. What's not funny, but I don't have body dysmorphia. I felt compelled to write about it.
It's actually not even a personal issue.
You know
I
what?
heard some bitches in the
Yeah, I
locker
heard
room
some of
talking
these.
about it. I was like, what a bunch of idiots. This is probably
I gotta write about this.
This is probably a liberal conspiracy.
No, the
tell
people
the
need to know. My 50-year-old gym teacher needs to know about body dysmorphia.
Honestly, maybe that's why, because I was like, they're boomers, right? Like that's the first time they ever
Yeah.
saw those two words together. They were like, holy shit,
opened
do
their
people
eyes.
know about this?
They're like, what the fuck is
now
going
they teach
on?
a whole course at body dysmorphia, probably. Now when the girls fail the beep test, they're just like, sorry, like it's not because of your ass that you lost. It's because you have poor lung capacity.
My essay is the curriculum for all of Ontario. Yeah.
Well, Chantal, you really?
No.
You're an Order of Canada. God damn it.
Why have I not been given the key to the
Key to
city?
the city. Olivia
And the
Chow
city
needs to
was
get on that.
Mississauga, so
Right.
I should
they
have been given the key to
They should be
Mississauga.
doing that. No, I think they just give them out for free because it's
introduced the concept of body dysmorphia in Mississauga at my French Catholic high school.
It's like,
Yeah.
she's an icon. She's
an
killing
icon.
it. That's amazing. That's so funny. I think it's so. Another thing I want to talk to you about is like just like how women like dress themselves in general.
Yes.
And I think like, you know, there's you know, we're actually kind of wearing the same outfit right now.
I mean, this is
Like,
a uniform for the girlies.
This is girl uniform. We're wearing jeans,
Black
and
top, jeans.
black cardigan. That's
You're,
like,
oh
yeah.
my God, you're sporting, what are those, the Boston?
The little, they're like knockoff ones. They're not real.
Yeah, no, those are
Birkenstocks,
cute.
because I'm not in my money
These-
making area.
Look, they're
You got your
untied.
like, yeah, white
Nobody can see.
shoes. That's
Yeah.
again the city girl uniform.
City
We've
girl
done
uniform.
it. But there's this TikTok trend going around right now of women being like, I'm leaving the house like wearing an outfit like men would hate.
Yeah.
And we'll show everybody like an example.
yeah.
So like cute, comfy outfit. Kind of looks like pajamas, and she's like, and everyone's being like leaving the house in an outfit, and knowing that the men will hate it. Personally, I'm not dressing for men, but I'm also not dressing for women. Like every female friend I've ever had is like, your style is trash. I wear things until they absolutely like break or don't
Yes.
fit me, that it looks like embarrassing. I
Yeah.
prioritize comfort
Yeah.
above all
Yeah.
else. I like don't usually like showing a lot of skin because
No.
my family had a severe case of Presbyterianism. They were really religious. So
Oh.
there's just like usually no way that I'm not dressing. Who am I dressing for?
You should write an essay on that. No, I'm dressing for how bloated I am.
This is so true.
I have 3 pairs of jeans. One is bloated. One is I'm going to eat pasta. And
Yeah.
the other is like I'm skinny.
I'm skinny.
Which is usually
Which
like
ones do we
it's,
have on today?
Today is bloated.
Okay.
And the skinny jeans usually go on if I have an event between 9 to like noon.
Okay.
It's morning skinny.
It's morning skinny.
Morning. It's my
below.
as soon as I fucking eat,
Yeah, you're
like it pisses me off.
I feel like you should see a doctor about that.
No,
I don't
I
think
should.
You
Well,
should change pant size after
back
eating.
to no, because like why would I go to a doctor when I can buy different Abercrombie jeans?
Right.
Back to the
Right.
running club. What if we have like undiagnosed IBS?
Yeah, probably.
What if I shit my pants while I'm running?
Okay, so then there's a
good
specific
looking
run
smelly.
club for the IBS Taylor Swift girlies where you can fart because the music is
Is?
playing so loudly.
Exactly.
You know, there's like, I was at a girls' weekend with some friends this past weekend, and we had one Airbnb, like one washroom, and like anytime somebody went in to do number 2, we'd just be playing some music.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's girlhood.
It is.
That's beautiful.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I went to see Taylor Swift in France. And I went with my cousin, and I have a problem when I go abroad, I can't shit.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's like, I think it's a psychological thing. Like I'm not in my routine. Anyways, we got.
So you're only wearing the bloated pants on holiday. You're like the skinny jeans.
I buy a whole new wardrobe every time I go abroad. But like I have to buy it when I'm there. Like
that's true. No, because also sometimes when you travel, I'm just like, yo, the style is different here.
It's different.
I don't fit in.
I'm not
and
fitting
like I'm
in.
here for 4 days. Everybody needs to think I'm a Stockholm
exactly.
local.
Because like I would pass as a Stockholm local.
100%. You're Italian, right?
No, I'm French Canadian on one side, and then the other side we think is Croatian. My grandfather's from Yugoslavia, which is not a thing anymore, but he passed away and he never told us where. Like in Yugoslavia, right? Where were you? And he never told us because he escaped the war. He didn't want to talk about it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, we think we're Croatian. We're like totally guessing.
Okay.
It's kind of fun to guess what kind of Eastern European you are.
That is fun. Maybe that spawned your curiosity of
I think so. But all I know is that I'm hairy as fuck and French.
Cool. Okay. So not the Stockholm vibe.
Not the Stockholm vibe. I'm a Balkan. I'm a Balkan. That's kind of hot.
It's kind of hot. Hair is hot in some ways.
Well, it kind of is. I started face shaving with the, oh my God, what is it called? I mean, they're
little,
face shavers.
Like, yeah. The little blades.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun. But then I saw I didn't say the TikTok, so I can't show everybody, but I saw a TikTok the other day of like, basically a dermatologist saying that is unnecessary. Like, you don't need to be doing that.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And it's like, how many more things are we going to invent for women to feel insecure about themselves, to keep spending more money on like trying to get this thing? And I think like, again, going back to what we were saying about dating, I think like, especially the beauty industry and like, let's like face it, like, you know, the society we live in general, like preys on people's like insecurities. And then, so then you're thinking like, oh, if I just get my nails done, or if I just get that wax, or if I just get that outfit, or if I just lose that 20 pounds, like then someone's going to love me. No. Like there's
no,
these are still gonna be in fucking Edmonton. Like
also these are press-ons. Everyone get press-ons. You can see my nails through them.
No, I didn't. I can't. I'm not looking under the microscope with those.
Okay, it's so funny. There was a girl, the barista at Starbucks. She was like, "I love your nails." I was like, "Thanks. You can see my nails through them." She's like, "Oh, maybe you should get new ones." I was like, oh, why did I say that? Like, I was so cool for a second. And then I had to open my big mouth. Like,
okay. Also, Chantal, I know you were like talking earlier, but like, how do I like be chill when like a guy approaches me, or like, how do I like want to I think like the right person is going to be like, that is adorable. That like you rolled up and you're like, look, they're bad.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Like my first boyfriend, like I snort laugh often. And he was like, that is the best laugh I've ever heard. You know what? I've met really good guys. And like, I think that is what's keeping my hope, is that I've met really good guys. The timing wasn't right. We like weren't like fully compatible. Like I know I will meet someone and it will be worth it.
Yeah. Do you have like a list of like what you're looking for?
I don't really have like an updated list. It used to be like
I wasn't asking you to like screen share notes up.
Let me just pull it up.
But like, do you have like some clarity around like what like you connect with and what you look for in other people?
Yeah, I do. I've always said top of my list is like someone who's funny, but someone who's like patient, and like gentle, but masculine. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a spiraler. Like I overthink. Like that's just in my nature. Anxious attachment styles for the win, and I need someone who just like is calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
Like who can make decisions not based off of like their stress levels. Yeah. So like that's the top of my list. Like I'm trying to be open like to different kinds of guys. I feel like for the longest time, again, I was going for Irish guys. Like why?
Yeah.
That's not even like a descriptor for
it's
like,
actually so true. As soon as I like gave up the like I need to be with like this type of person.
Yeah.
Like I actually found way more success. And also too, because I think like sometimes you have like, I don't know, 'cause, like you, attractiveness is attractiveness. And that's also where I think like for me, like with dating apps too, like I had like a bit of a challenging time where it was like I can't talk to somebody for like weeks on it. Not also that's just like bad etiquette, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like when you meet somebody, like there's so much more to a person than just like what they look like in like a one-dimensional
I'm like yes,
piece.
exactly.
Yes. nobody we're only on Overstimulated, are we saying that? Nobody else has ever had that take before. That's like so unique of us.
No, but I feel like I haven't like heard it in like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so what are your dating goals for the rest of, you got like 4 months left of 2024. Like are you just hitting the vibrator and crying?
Oh my God.
Not necessarily in that order.
Not necessarily in that order. Side note, I recommend the rose.
The rose? Sending a rose?
No, the vibrator rose.
Oh. I'm like, oh my God, you're sending you're paying for
we're not sending roses.
Okay, not sending roses, but just
the
using
rose.
roses.
I won't go into detail, but you should try.
Get your petals.
Yeah, get your little petals.
Yeah, okay.
They're on sale, I think, on Honey, whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay, you should have a code for that, for
I
sure.
should. Hashtag or bits, whatever the fuck it's called.
Hashtag get in my bits.
Get in my bits. Ew, that's actually really good.
That's so gross.
Oh my God.
Thank you for letting us do that, Chantal.
No, you're
that
so
was like
welcome.
really beautiful. I sincerely hope people write in. And like,
I'm glad.
If not, if they can give us a tip for your Hinge profile, I hope somebody's like, yo, my cousin would be down. And then you're
Tell
love.
me, let me know.
Chantal, this has been so fun. Where can everybody find you online? And what do you got going on?
Find me on TikTok at This Is Shani. And also on Instagram at This Is Shani.
Fabulous. Great. Cool.
It's just so fun.
Thanks for being overstimulated with us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.